5 best credit cards to get. And I'm like, hey, how about if we cut up the credit cards? So the comment section alone is worth your time.
I like it. I like it a lot. Very good. All right, well, if you want to talk to George or I today, you can call in. The number is 888-825-5225. We'll try to get you on the line. Let's go to Kathy. She's in Atlanta, Georgia. ATL, shawty. What's going on, Kathy?
Hi. Okay, so I am 7 months pregnant.
Okay.
And my fiance asked me to sign a prenup. Our attorneys are already in contact with each other. I was just wondering if there's anything I should be thinking about, considering for the future, not just me, but also for our child.
Why do you think he asked you to sign the prenup? Is he wealthy?
Yeah, there's a major difference there.
Okay. And it's family wealth? Is it his wealth or his parents also? Is it coming from them?
Oh, it's his.
Interesting. Okay. How did it make you feel?
It made me feel curious. It made me feel kind of excited in a way because we could work through this together.
Okay.
I know he works really hard for his money, so it's something that.
What are your fears with this?
My fears are that I'm not really considering certain. I'm not really taking some things into consideration for the future, like certain terms or I'm learning that prenups aren't very black and white.
That's right.
A lot of things can come up, so.
I think that's if I were in your shoes, I'm not an attorney and I'm not going to pretend to be one, so it's not like I know the ins and outs of what's going to be on this document. But if I were in your shoes, I can understand why this person, like you said, if there's a huge discrepancy in money. How long have you guys been together?
About 2 years.
Okay. And 2 years is a long time, but it's not 7 years, right? So I could understand this person being like, I just, want to do this prenup. So if I were in your shoes, I would be looking for things that change over time. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the splits are, whatever you're entitled to or not entitled to, I'd be looking for things that show, listen, once we've been in this for a certain number of years, I want to know that I'm considered an equal partner. And I could maybe understand how maybe at 2 years in, he might not feel that way because he's amassed this wealth and you were not a part of it, and I don't know, whatever his reasons are. But after a certain while, I want to be viewed as an equal partner, and I want to be viewed as an equal share, and I want to know that I'm going to be taking care of in this relationship because I'm having your baby. And so there's a part of that I'd be looking for, and it sounds like you guys are able to have these conversations in an open and honest way. And so, yeah, if he's open and honest, I want you to be 100% open and honest about also what you need.
So, Kathy, I would be going, hey, how are we going to build our own wealth together? Obviously, he's already amassed his own, but I want you guys to have your own personal goals. I want it to be a we conversation, and I don't want him to weaponize his wealth. That's the fear in one of these. He doesn't sound like he's a bad guy, but that's the part that he could hang it over you and go, well, I've got all the money, and so, especially, are you going to be staying home with the baby?
Yeah. At this time, that would be the plan.
Okay. So the key here is you're kind of planning for the worst with a prenup, and you're hoping for the best. And so what you're looking at is, hey, what is spousal support going to look like if things did go south? What's going to happen with alimony and child support? And obviously you're going to have marital rights, in the state, in your state. I'm sure your attorney will walk you through what that looks like and how long you need to be married for and all that. But I want to know that you guys are going to build something together.
How wealthy is he? What's he got?
Just 20 million or 2?
Less than 20.
Less than 20? More than 10?
Yeah, I don't have the exact numbers right this second, but
would you say between 10 and 20?
No.
What would you say? Give us a range.
I would say less than 10.
Less than 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Less than 5?
No.
Okay. Okay.
We got it. That was a fun little
No,
hit. I like
I
that.
know. I don't know why I didn't just ask you in a different type of way.
Yeah, the key here, Kathy, prenups aren't always this thing of like, I don't trust you. The times we talk about it making sense is when one person is coming to the table with a significant level of wealth. And that's exactly what you're saying here. And that's why we're not batting an eyelash. A lot of the times people call in and it's some broke dude who's like, she's going to take me to the cleaners, man. I got to get a prenup. And I'm like, bro, you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and I think the other thing to spell out here, I'm not against a prenup in some situations. If you told me this cat has $2 million, I'd be like, he needs to stop tripping. You're married. I get it. Like, there's part of me that gets it at the level of wealth that he has. But what I really want to make sure is that this doesn't play out in the balance of power in your relationship. Like, you still need to go into the relationship as equals as much as you can. And I don't want this to play out in the day-to-day finances. Does that make sense? Like, there still has to be a we here, right? Because because you sign a prenup doesn't mean, okay, that our budget now is his and mine. It's just, does that make sense? This prenup
I don't
is
want
for...
you getting an allowance in the budget.
Yeah.
That's how I've heard some people describe it when I go, what happens when she stays at home? Well, she'll get an allowance.
Yeah, I don't like
You're
that.
not a child.
I don't like that.
I want you to be treated like an adult and as a peer in this and as a partner. So that's the heart of all of this. And the prenup just acts like an insurance policy. You hope you never need it, but
It's for
if
the
you do,
marriage
you'll be glad you
dissolves, not for the day-to-day workings of the finances, which I think is worse.
Did you have plans to stay at home?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not like oh my gosh, this throws off everything.
Right.
Okay, and when's the wedding?
After the prenup.
Okay, so this is very soon then?
Before
Before you have the baby or after?
Hopefully before.
Wow, well, time is of the essence. You got 2 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Have you guys aligned on money and values and all of that?
Yeah, we actually are. Which is refreshing. It's just really getting this out of the way and, being able to sift through everything. Especially once you get attorneys involved.
It is weird. It's like nothing says love as we begin this journey. Like, our attorneys are in touch. So I understand. It's just weird.
Kathy,
it's awkward.
Kathy, what's your net worth? Do you have debt? What's going to happen? Tell me more. I just want to make sure you're all right.
Is there the last part again?
I just want to make sure you're all right. Do you have debt?
No. Not that much.
Okay.
Not that much. Uh-oh, Kathy.
Well, what do you have? And I just want to know what the plan is when you get married. Is it like, hey, you're on your own with your debt? Or is it our money and we're paying off whatever debt there is together? I just want to ask about that part.
Well, my debt is less than $7,000.
Okay.
And that's with student loans, but besides for that, nothing.
So is the plan, we come back from the honeymoon, student loans are paid off instantly?
I don't know about that yet. I think that would be included in there.
Well, you don't want to make assumptions, so I'd make sure we're clear on this and make sure he goes, oh, absolutely, as soon as we're married, I'm going to knock out this debt, or we're going to knock out this debt with our savings, or have a plan.
Because that would be the case for anybody, whether you have millions or whether you make $30,000 a year. And that's the part on this that I really want to drill down on is I don't want this to be that we're separate people financially. I understand you wanting to protect yourself if the worst were to happen. However, if a couple called in here and they both made, if she hadn't graduated from school and he made $40,000 but she had student loan debt, if he had the money to pony up to pay off her student loan debt once they're married, he would do that. And so that's the part of this that I want to make sure that you're also being protected and you're also still seeing the money that you have on a month-to-month basis or, a yearly basis as yours. And that big lump sum of $6 million or whatever it is over there, I get it. That's what he did. But month to month, you should feel like equal partners, and your debt should be his debt, and in many ways, vice versa. So that's what we're getting to. I hope that makes sense. This is The Ramsey Show.
Ramsey, the countdown is on for our very first Live Like No One Else cruise. Cabins are selling fast. So many of you listening have worked your butts off to be debt-free and set up a better life for you and your family. We're so proud of you. Hey, and we can't wait to celebrate with you. Join me and the Ramsey personalities as we set sail for the blue waters of the Caribbean, making stops in San Juan, the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, and more. Some special guests will be joining us on board, like Grammy Award winner Stephen Curtis Chapman, country singer Dina Carter, and Food Network star Maneet Chauhan. Plus, you'll get to add your voice to the biggest debt-free scream ever, with thousands of other guests who have lived the Ramsey way and changed their family trees. You don't want to miss it, but you need to book your cabin today. A lot of the suite options have already sold out, so don't wait. You can secure yours with a $600 deposit by visiting RamseySolutions.com/events.
Now the most up-to-date weather forecast here on KFEQ.
Cruising on through the next several days with some extremely quiet weather pattern now as we have high pressure and taking on over. Right now we have no rain in the forecast for the next 5 to 7 days. Tonight partly cloudy or low at 65. Plenty of sunshine through Saturday and Sunday. Touch of a wind for the north, lower humidity. Weekend highs mid-80s. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Aramore.
This is Barry Burr. Join me on the hotline weekday mornings at 8 and talk with you and with guests about what's happening in local, regional, and national news. It's a lively discussion, a community forum on 680 KFEQ.
Miles, you're late. Again. Where have you been? No sense of responsibility.
This is Kevin Love. I partner with The Spider Within, a Spider-Verse story to let you know that everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
Oh, man, I'm bugging.
You're not reaching your full potential.
Unacceptable, Miles. Let's take the stigma out of asking for help.
Hey, Dad, you got a minute?
Yeah, what's up, son?
Can we get some air?
Of course we can, yeah. Grab your jacket.
I just got so much on my mind, you know?
I hear that, yeah. So tell me what's going on.
It's just like homework, girls, well, one girl.
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
Having low income can mean making tough choices. Choosing between